Greetings and salutations. Today we will take a look at Amped Blackout and ML Drums Grit from ML Sound Lab. So let's get the niceties out of the way. This is a sponsored video. I contacted ML Sound Labs and they graciously sent me a couple of their good plugins just so I could show them off to you guys. Thank you to Miko and Kai at ML Sound Lab for sponsoring this video. So let's start with Amped Blackout. So this is based on the 5153 Stealth. According to ML Sound Lab's own website, is indistinguishable from a real tube amp. This is due to using their Warner amp modeling. It comes in 3 flavors, simply named 1, 2, and 3, based on a crunchy overdrive, a high gain, and an insane high gain. It comes with a cab section that features reflex cabs. A great pedal board with a noise gate, overdrive, reverb, delay and compression. And it can be run in standalone or as a VST in your DAW. If you have used any of ML Sound Lab's amped plugins, you're going to be right at home here because nothing much has changed from their other plugins, and I say if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'd have to say out of all the amped plugins that I own and have tried through their demos, this definitely sounds probably the realest of them all. As soon as you load up the default setting, it just sounds so full and punchy. It could be that I've always loved the 5150 style tones, or it could be the new reflex cab technology that they're using in the plugin. I will say that this sounds quite similar to the 5153 in the Amped Roots plugin, but I think this one just sounds a little smoother, a little more real, and definitely has a lot more clarity to the tone. One more thing before I move on, so I don't make the video too long, is I've always loved ML Sound Lab's UI. It's one of the cleanest and easiest to use UIs on any plugin on the market at the moment. So then it's on to ML Drums Grit. I was originally going to do 2 separate videos, one for each plugin, but when Kai sent them to me, he said that these will work perfectly together in a mix. And I would honestly have to agree with that. So the expansion is based around a Gretsch bell brass snare, Pearl Masters kick, Gretsch drop G toms, and Zildjian hats and cymbals. For those that don't know what ML Drums is, it is a modular drum plugin where you buy expansions to add to the kit that already comes base with the program. So with most other companies, you buy the base program and then you buy expansions, but a lot of the times those are standalone expansions, like with Easy Drummer, where you can use the kick pieces from another kit, but I've always found that it doesn't work very well. They always sound like they're not sitting in the mix of the drums very well. But with ML Sound Labs, you buy the kit pieces and they fit perfectly into it. So you can change out the snares from other expansions, the cymbals, or you can combine them all to make sort of a Franken kit sound. It's the same with most contact libraries. You can't really mix and match drums. Like you buy, say, Get Good Drums plugins, and they're pretty much just standalone, whereas this, as they add more packs in, you can just literally mix and match them to get basically the perfect drum tone. I will show off this feature at the end of the video so that you can visualize how it actually all works. According to Miko in one of his videos, this was recorded at the Finnvox B-Studio, which is considered to be Finland's Abbey Road. I will link that video down below. Go check it out. It's definitely an interesting video on the making of ML Drums Grit. Also, definitely check out Miko's channel, the ML Sound Lab channel. Give it a subscribe and a like. They've definitely got some great stuff. So to my actual thoughts, ML Drums has probably some of the realest drum kit sounds on the market today. They're not overly processed, but you can do processing in the plugin, which is really great. It comes with a fantastic mixer. Each kit piece has its own 3-band EQ, a compression knob, saturation knob, and also dials for controlling the overheads and the rooms on each kit piece. You can also control the reverb individually, which is always a fantastic feature to have in any plugin. I get stuck sometimes on Easy Drummer because when you change the reverb, it affects the whole kit, which is really irritating if you want to have a little bit drier toms and you want the snare to have a bit more reverb. This has full control over all of that, which I really love. The Grit expansion definitely sounds damn killer. It is just so lively and punchy. The kick to me was very impressive, and the snares, and the toms, and the cymbals. Actually, I love the whole kit. The whole kit just sounds amazing. As a whole thing, it just sounded fantastic. So alive. Literally you sound like you're sitting in the room with the kit. You can really hear the studio in the background. It's fantastic. There are only two things that I would say that hold ML drummers back, and I wouldn't call these criticisms, maybe suggestions for updates later, maybe, I guess. The first one is only a small thing, but you can't tune the drums. I know that's important to some people. I have had comments on other drum plugins where people are asking, can you tune the drums individually? You know, some people like to adjust the tuning of the toms and all that. You cannot do that in this. To me, it doesn't really affect me because I never really change the tuning of the drums. I usually just go with what's there and work around it. Sometimes I might not lower the snare a little bit, and on the Essentials pack, you can adjust it by frequency and it does lower the sound of the snare, like the tuning of the snare. But with the Grit one, you don't. The snare you get is the snare you get, and that's it. So if that bothers you, that might be a bit of a downside. There are no MIDI grooves. ML Drums doesn't come with a MIDI player, and there are no MIDI grooves. So if you're just starting out, this can be a little hard to get into it because you basically have no beats to start with. You can use it, of course, with Easy Drummer MIDI and any other MIDI that you buy. You can just drag them into your DAW and it will work. But this obviously depends on you owning those products as well. So maybe one day they will bring out some MIDI packs. I think it'd be a great thing, and have a MIDI player in ML Drums. I think it'd be really good. Then they could sell their own MIDI packs as well. Like I said, this doesn't really faze me because I have a massive library of MIDI packs, but if you're just starting out, it can be a little bit difficult to get in with no MIDI packs at all and no MIDI grooves. So just be aware of that as well. It does, however, have MIDI presets for other packs from Easy Drummer, Stephen Slate Drums, Addictive Drums, Get Good Drums, all the main contenders. Again, it just depends on you owning those products to have MIDI grooves to drag in. So that's not really a complaint from me, that's just more of a feedback thing. If ML Sound Labs happen to be watching, just a suggestion. Basically, in conclusion, these two plugins together offer a damn killer tone. Amped Blackout with its raw, smooth power, and ML Drums Grit with its lively and punchy tones are just a combination to behold. These are definitely two plugins I would highly recommend. Now, of course, as usual, guys, we will listen to a song that I did using Amped Blackout and ML Drums Grit. After that, take you over to my computer, we'll check out some tones, check out the plugins themselves, how the modular works on ML Drums, which I think is a fantastic feature, an amazing feature. The link is in the description to go check out ML Sound Labs page. Definitely go check it out, guys. They always have great deals on. So as always, please like and subscribe and enjoy indeed. Thanks, guys. Greetings and salutations, guys. Here at my computer again, of course in Reaper. Check out the mix that I did. You'll have to forgive me, I'm a bit tired. I'm trying to do this after work. I had a massive day at work today. It's getting busy up to the Christmas period, so big days at work. Try to come home and get some videos done. Alright, so let's check out some ML Sound Labs Amped Blackout and ML Drums Grit. Okay, so that's what we're going to check out today. First of all, we're going to have a bit of a look at the plugin, and then we'll have a listen to the tone of it. Alright, so where is it? Here we go. Okay, so this is the plugin. Very nice, clean looking. I really love the Amped UI. Like ML Sound Labs UI is so clean, so nice. This amp, I mean, the plugin looks amazing. The Amped Blackout just looks fantastic. All right, so it comes with a tuner, of course, the pedal board. So you got noise gate, compressor drive, chorus, delay, reverb. All really they sound really good. The cab section, so you got 3 cabs, the RX Gen, the RX Green, the RX Mix 77. Got a mix of mics, so you got 57, 121, 160, and 421. Of course, most of the time my favorite combination is 121, 421, but I actually found the 57 worked really well in this with the 421 on the right. You've got you can use, obviously, if you've got a MIDI pedal on that, you can use that in there. You got your license manager, and then you've got back to the amp. Get rid of the pedal board. You've got Warner, which is, I don't know exactly how this works, but I'm guessing light is without the Warner, and with the Warner, I'm guessing that's for the reflex cabs. I haven't looked really what into this is. I think Mika explains it better in the video I've linked in the description. It's way above me. I just know how it sounds. I really like the sound of this amp. All right, so let's have, up here you've got 1, 2, and 3, and in here you've got presets. Obviously I made my own preset. Like I said, the 1 amp is the crunch tone, then you've got a high gain tone, then you've got an insane high gain tone. So this is the tone I came up with for the 3 guitars. So I've got 2 left and right and a quieter one in the middle, just sort of filling out a little bit. For processing, I just use Neutron Elements. For some EQ, just get rid of a few frequencies in my guitar that I don't like. TR5 tape machine, just to give it a little bit more saturation, and for compression, Y2A like I always use. As you can see, not much gain there. I'm not using a lot of gain to get the tone that I want for the song. With the 2 guitars, you know, paired left and right, and the one in the center, you don't need a lot of gain. The bass guitar brings in a lot of the drive too. I will show you that with just the guitar tones with the bass guitar as well. Just brings in a nice amount of drive for it. So that is Amped Blackout. Fantastic sounding, based on 5153 Stealth, and honestly, it sounds fantastic. I mean, it's going to be up there with my, at least in my top 10 guitar plugins, because it has such a clean sound. I love the UI. I love the look of it. Everything about it is just fantastic. Definitely worth a look if you're looking for a nice, really nice. It just, I don't know what it is, and I know I'm not explaining this very well. Like I said, I'm very tired after work. I probably should have waited to do this, but I'm so busy at work now. I don't know when I'm going to get a chance to do anyway. So, but it just sounds so clean, yet I don't even know how to explain it. It just sounds so just solid but clean at the same time, and the tone is just really clear. I don't know. Anyway, I know I'm not making much sense, guys, but I was sort of blown away by just how clean the tone sounds on it. Okay, so for drums, we've got ML drums. I'm going to load it up over here. We've got ML drums grit, okay? So these are the kit pieces that you get with it. You get 2 cymbals, another cymbal on the right, which I really love. I love that ML drums does this, because I often find myself using these 2 cymbals as the hit cymbals, okay? So you got a kick hit, you have that cymbal, that cymbal. But when I'm just riding, like, you know, you just have the ride just crashing out on a beat, and you have, I think I'd use it on the very first beat here. See that? I hate when they don't have another cymbal and you've got to use either the right cymbal or the left cymbal to ride on, and it doesn't give much diversity. But ML Drums has the right cymbal there as well, like that extra like right cymbal, and it's just perfect for riding out on, and it sounds a little bit different to the other cymbals, which is fantastic, and I love it. So, you know, kudos for doing that, ML Drums, like ML Sound Lab putting that in there. There's some other drum plugins. I hate that they don't have another rides, like another cymbal there, just for smashing out on, and it's really frustrating. But ML Drums has that, and that's like, it's so good. But so we've got the bell brass snare. We've got the what were they? I've got a mental blank. The drop G toms, and then you've got that kick, and then the Zildjian cymbals with the china and the hats. So this is what it sounds like all together. I know I'm being a bit rough here, guys, but like I said, tired. That snare sounds so damn good. So damn good. And that is honestly one of the liveliest sounding drum kits I've ever heard. You can hear that they're just sitting in a studio being recorded, but really well, and it just sounds amazing. Now, if you've never used ML drums and you're not sure how they work, so this is the grit kit. You'll see there's no ride or anything, but if you want to add a ride, you can. If you've got more expansions, or you've got the essentials pack, or even the free pack, you can add a ride. So this is how it works. So I can change this to the kit from the essentials pack, and if you buy more packs, you can just swap out the kits for any kit piece that you want. That's why it's called modular. So, you know, I can add another china over here, or I can add, you know, another tom, even though, because I haven't got it MIDI mapped to the way I like, you can't do that, but I can add this tom here. But you can see they sound a little different. That one's drier. That one you can sort of hear the snare buzz a little bit more. But you know, you can add more cymbals, you can add a splash, you can add again, not MIDI mapped, so you can't add the China over here. Hang on, let me fix this. So this is the MIDI mapper. You've got all these ones here: Steven Slate drums, Get Good drums, Addictive drums. If you use the default MIDI map, this is the mixer. Again, this is fantastic. Look, free band EQ on every piece. Then you've got for the kick and the snare and the toms, you've got overhead, room, and reverb, so you can control them all separately. For the hi-hat and the ride, you've got overhead and room. For the overheads, you've just got room. And for the room, you've got the reverb, but you've also got compression on some of them, and you've got saturation across the board that you can control separately on all these things, which is fantastic. A lot of drum plugins don't have that, which is really frustrating. So now that I've got it MIDI mapped, you can say add this little China over here. So I've still got all the grit drums, but I can add other pieces like a little splash, can add a little stack there, a little bell on top. And then down here you can add more toms, and obviously, like I said, you can mix and match them. The only thing, like I said, that I'm not a fan of, it doesn't really faze me that much because I try not to use like tuning, but you can't tune things. And also, as you can see, there's no MIDI grooves in the actual plugin. So what I usually do is I'll load up, say, Easy Drummer or something on another track, and like preview the MIDI grooves in Easy Drummer and then drag them onto the track that's got ML drums on them. So yeah, I think I mean, the drums just sound so real to me compared to a lot of other plugins. Like a lot of other plugins, don't get me wrong, I love them, but they are definitely processed and everything. These are processed to a point where they still feel very real. And if you want to process more after the fact, that's on you. So to me, they sound almost real. So I really like that. Yeah, so basically that's it, guys. Again, want to thank Miko and Kai at ML Sound Labs for sending these over to me. I hope I did them justice with my video. Fantastic plugins. Link in the description, guys. Make sure you check them out. So good. They have a lot of other plugins. If you want an amazing free guitar amp, definitely pick up Amped Roots, the free guitar, which is based on the free amp, which is based on 5153, and that as well is absolutely probably the top free amp plugin out there. You can also get a free version of ML Drums, which comes with let me see if I can remember. I'm pretty sure it comes with the kick. No, not the grit kick. Comes with this kick, and then this snare, and then I think you get one cymbal. I think you get a ride, and I think you get a hat. I'm trying to. I'm curious to know if I do have a video on this free. You get a hat. I'm pretty sure you get one tom, not the grit tom. You get that tom, and you get the floor tom. I think this is what you get. You may or may not, I can't really remember, get a China. I'm pretty sure that's the free kit. So, and it sounds fantastic. Like literally, you know. But check out the free version. All the amps have a demo, so always check those out. And as always, like and subscribe and enjoy indeed. Thanks, guys.